Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation that one of our admin received, and the translation reads like this. I really paid and I'm still paying for this soft life with my period blood. But does it matter? I don't know. That is why I am here. I just want to ask your listeners' opinion from other South Africans. Is it okay to live a very good, comfortable life whilst you are married to your Nigerian husband, but knowing very well that you have to use your own period blood to pay for that soft life? All of my nephews, I have sent them abroad where they are currently studying, and I have given them a better opportunity in life. As for my brothers, including my cousin brothers, they have all been helped by my husband and they have started their own businesses. I can say that I have changed the fortunes of my entire generation simply because I have to give my husband my own period blood, and whenever that ritual is done, it is really painful because he has to use a razor blade. There is something, a part of my flesh inside of my private part that he has to cut, and then I'll start to bleed, but not to bleed too much, and I have to bleed inside this clay plate, a small one. Where he takes it to, I really do not even know. So I got married to my husband. We met at church and he was open enough with me. He told me that with some of the challenges that he faced as a foreign guy when he came here, he made a conscious decision not to get involved in drug dealing, and he thought that it was much wiser to start going to church. And when he was starting to go to church, that was when he was recruited by this other pastor who was from his own country into the occultic world, and then he started becoming an occultic guy. His mission was to find a woman who will be willingly giving him her own period blood in order for him to sustain his wealth, and he found a woman like me, and I agreed. So when he told me about living a very soft life, I just thought, my period blood, what does it even matter? Anyway, it's something that will always happen to any woman that you go on your period. But I did not know that there are some times when I am supposed to face pain. So I am a woman that is aged 31 years old. I was born here in Johannesburg, and I grew up with my mom and my stepdad. Life was very difficult. I do not want to lie to you. My mom was hurt a lot, even though she faced so many challenges in her life, but she was quite a strong woman who always encouraged us to go to church each and every time, no matter what. So one day we went to this other church, but it was a different church. That was when I met the guy whom I'll call Ken. So I met him and he proposed love to me. It took me a long time in order for me to fall for him because it was something that was new. I never thought that I was going to date a guy from Nigeria, and I always thought that every Nigerian guy will make you to do drugs, lead you into prostitution. That is why I always stayed clear from the Nigerian guys. One day when I was at his place, it's not like he was really poor at that time. He had already made it big. He was staying in a gated community when I was dating him. So I started asking him like a couple of questions. Why, with all the money that he had, with the big house that he had, he was staying in a gated community, but yet he was unmarried, no kids, because even in his country, he did not have kids. He even showed the proof to me. I spoke with his mom one day and he was like, if you think that I am lying to you, if you think that I have a wife and kids back in Nigeria, here is the proof. I spoke with the mom, who then told me that indeed he did not have a wife and he did not have kids there in Nigeria. So he then started telling me some of the things that he had done in his life until he revealed it to me that he had joined an occultic club 6 months after he had came to South Africa, and he saw that there was no avenue for him to make money apart from joining his fellow Nigerians in drug peddling and drug manufacturing. And that was when he decided that it was far much better for him to look something that was spiritual. Going to church, he then found a man who was willing to help him to join the occultic club. So I was fine with it, and then I told him to show him exactly what was needed. We then went downstairs. Downstairs there's this other room which no one is supposed to enter, only me and my husband, because we are still staying in the same house, even though we made money. But he told me that his house is like a shrine and his house is like the altar. Therefore, even if we have other properties that we bought, this is like our real house. We can go and we can stay somewhere else, but we have to keep on returning back to this place because that is where our altar is. The first time that I entered into that spare bedroom, it was empty since he was not yet married. There was this other yellow garment that was there and a clay pot. He then showed me how he used to do the rituals, and he slept on top of that yellow garment where he started to relieve himself, and when he was about to finish, he then ejaculated into that clay pot. And he said that since I was going to become his wife, we were going to buy a bed. So we went and we bought a bed, and as for the bedding, it is supposed to be red blankets as well as sheets. They are supposed to be red at all the times. We sleep together in that spare bedroom whenever I am on my periods. So we sleep together. Then on the last day of my periods, that is when he takes the razor blades and I open my legs. Then he will cut a small piece from my private part. It is quite painful, and underneath me there will be that clay plate. So he takes the clay plate somewhere else. Usually there is another guy that he goes with, and when they go to deliver my period blood, they'll be wearing black garments. He usually take one of our Mercedes Vito that we have, which has tinted glasses, so that people won't see them wearing those black garments. They have to do this as early as possible the next day after you would have cut the flesh from my private part, and it quickly heals. By maybe 1, I won't be feeling any pain at all. So this is the sacrifices that I have made in my life. I just want to hear from fellow South Africans what I have done. Is it something that is considered to be evil or not evil? Because I am not sacrificing any of my family members. Rather, I am just sacrificing myself. If you see my family today and what we used to be before I had met my Nigerian husband, you can see that I have changed the entire fortunes of my entire generation. Poverty will never knock on our door ever again. We used to go to bed hungry. Whenever there was a problem in the family, all of us, we would look at each other not knowing how we were supposed to resolve the issues. When you have money in the family, when everyone is financially stable, life is okay. When you visit each other, you do not visit each other because you want money or you want to ask for help. You visit each other simply because you just want to see each other. Me and my husband, we can just say today we want to go and visit any of my nephew that are studying abroad, and we can do it. We can take a private jet, and maybe 2 days we will be with my nephew visiting them, and they don't even ask for money and we do not ask money from them. Life is just flowing like the way that it is supposed to. This that I am doing, am I wrong or not? When you post me, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sister who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about it in the comment section.